Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, Episode 5. So the episode starts 3 days before Sutton's Parisian party, and after she sent the text message to the girls letting them know that she had filed for divorce. Kyle has decided to have an election party. Garcelle and Erika both are unable to make it to the party. However, there's no surprise that Erika would not be able to make it at that time. You know, she had just filed for divorce, so I'm sure things were really hectic in her life and very stressful and most likely quite sad. So it seems that on the flight back from Lake Tahoe, Kyle and Dorit got into a little bit of a tiff. It seems that Kyle tried to jump into a conversation that Dorit was having with Crystal, and Dorit was not okay with the way Kyle interrupted. And I guess Dorit makes some comments. Kyle breaks down crying, and that's every season. I mean, if we were to ever have a season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills without Kyle crying at least 4 times per season, that would be some sort of small, tiny miracle. I mean, the woman cannot hold it together. She cries constantly. I don't know, but at the same time, I can't really blame her. When I get extremely angry, I will cry. And it's not tears of sadness or hurts or, you hurt my feelings. It's tears of frustration, and I'm trying to hold myself back from saying or doing something that I know that I'll regret later. And that does happen whenever I'm extremely angry. My thing is this: if you want to get into the conversation, just say, "Excuse me, can I jump in here?" And that should be okay. Excuse me is universal. And if the person can't accept an excuse me, then girl, bye. I have something to say. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. We're all on this tiny private jet. Everybody can hear this conversation, so we should all be allowed to be a part of it. That's just my opinion.
Give her a little bit of her own medicine. When she's talking, interrupt her. Just say that's what it's like. Make sure you let me know so I can watch.
I don't think that advice from PK was the best. I'm hoping that he was just joking. I think he was. As Lisa in this episode, she brings up that it was just last year that they were at Erika and Tom's house, and Tom was, having a conversation with them. And I often think about that. Every time I see the news story pop up that his brother is now his conservatorship, and he supposedly, allegedly has Alzheimer's or is the start of it, I start to think, wasn't it just last year that he was sitting with the girls and telling them stories of the past? And, he was just as lively and smiling and talkative as ever. And I said, that's not the Tom that they were showing in those deposition videos in The Housewife and the Hustler. He is really a shell of himself in those deposition videos. I don't know if it's just the stress or if it's an act. I have no idea. I don't know these people, and all of this is alleged. Kyle then makes this comment that she's not judging, but she knows that if she was going through a divorce, she would share that information with all the ladies. I say BS. No, ma'am, she wouldn't. Personally, these women are not best girlfriends. These women are co-workers. And I can tell you, I'm not running into the bank to tell all of my co-workers me and my husband are divorcing. No, ma'am. You don't have to share this type of business with people. I mean, I believe the only reason Erika really shared it with them is because she knew that it was going to make the news and they were going to find out about it and it would end up being in the show. Personally, I don't think that if someone is going through a situation like divorce, which is extremely stressful and emotional and just a really trying time in someone's life, that they have to share that information. When they all get together at Kyle's house, we find out that Crystal is bulimic, and I'm really glad to see that she's made her way through it. That, she does let us know that she has not had a relapse. However, she says that during her time in Lake Tahoe, she lost 5 pounds, and they tried to aim it as if it's because of Sutton's behavior that she lost those 5 pounds, and that's where I call foul. No, ma'am, you are not going to blame Sutton and her crazy antics, self-soothing, and all of this that she had going on, during the Tahoe trip as your reason for losing weight. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. She says that she lost the weight because she was so stressed out in Lake Tahoe. Well, ma'am, you may need some help in stress management. We cannot blame Sutton for all of this. We're going to stop blaming Sutton now, okay? Her behavior was quite odd, but it wasn't Sutton's fault that you lost 5 pounds. Start working a little bit on your stress management, maybe a little meditation. Dorit and Kyle have a bit of a conversation about the incident that happened on the plane. Kyle let her know that if she values her friendship, she'll never speak to her that way again, pretty much telling her, if you talk to me crazy again, this friendship is over. Dorit did not handle that comment well.
You interrupted me in the middle of my sentences a lot. And it's almost as if you don't feel what I have to say has as much value as what you have to say. The only thing I said was, let me finish a sentence.
No, you screamed that at me, Dorit. No. Am I an important friend to you?
Yes.
Do you want to make this effort with me? Like, do you want to invest in our friendship like this?
I think I have.
Then don't ever talk to me like that again. Because that's not what friends do.
You're actually turning around to me and putting our friendship on the line because I said to you, can you not interrupt another sentence of mine?
Honey, listen, there are bigger fish to fry in this world. There are other situations going on in the world, in the country, in your town that you can talk about or stress out about besides somebody trying to interrupt you in the middle of a conversation. Girls, bye, okay? Learn how to say excuse me and let somebody end the conversation. If you are all there together, everyone should be able to say something. This is not a place for you to have a serious private discussion when you are on a tiny jet with 8 people. I assume it was 8. I don't know. It could have been more depending on the flight staff. I don't know. But if you're in a small place like this, everybody can hear and everybody should be able to say something. Dorit is ticked off. So she has PK leave with her. PK wanted to stay because he wanted to eat. They hadn't had dinner yet. He was not ready to go back. Their house has her parents, and I just think he didn't want to be bothered. No, that's just me saying that. But she makes the excuse to all the girls that her parents are in town, so she needs to go. But Kyle knows that she's leaving because Dorit is quite ticked. And can I just say, Dorit's outfit at Kyle's election party and her outfit later on in the episode at Sutton's party, I loved both of them. I really loved that election day party. That green and white, she looked great. But Dorit always looks nice. Then Sutton goes shopping for her Bentley. I said, oh wow, this is really, really rich living. I'm telling you. She has the Bentley dealership shut down completely so that she does not have to wear a mask while she's shopping for a Bentley. But when you're buying a car that's around $300,000, shut it down. I'm just saying. The car was beautiful. Sutton says that this is the first car that she's ever purchased for herself without asking permission. And I said, ma'am, you go, girl, because when you were in your late 40s, almost 50, and you were just now buying your first car without having to ask permission, girl, buy what you want. That's all I'm saying. You know what? I thought about it and I said, you know, my current car is like $26,000 and I thought that was too expensive, but I love it, you know, so I went ahead and paid it. But $300,000, that was a gorgeous car, but man, I feel really poor. Anyway, moving on. Sutton has Kyle and Kathy over to her shop, which is closed due to COVID, and she lets them know that she's having a Parisian party because she goes to Paris 4 times a year. I'd just like to go to Paris once, you know, in a year. I'm just saying, and hopefully I can still walk and have the sex because I want to have a good time. Anyway, she says that she's having a $35,000 party, and I said, wow, $35,000 party at your house. That just seems like a lot of money to have a little get together for a little lunch. I'm just saying, go down to Flower-Rama and get you some flowers from there. You know, whip up a whole thing of spaghetti or lasagna and a little garlic bread on the side. Listen, I just saved you $34,900 just to do that. Anyway, she lets all the girls know that they're invited. While they're talking about this party, Kyle makes it her business to let everybody know that it's technically her house. Girl, please. This is why I would never rent from Kyle, because every chance she gets to interject that this is her house, that Sutton is having this party in, or Sutton is living in her house, she does. Listen, Sutton is paying you $20,000 a month and having a $35,000 party? Oh, that's a lot of money. She is paying you $20,000 a month, and as long as her check doesn't bounce, that's Sutton's house while she's paying the rent. Quit making those comments. Sutton says that she doesn't know if Erika's gonna show up, so she sends Erika a text message, and Erika replies that yes, she's coming. While Kathy and Kyle are there, Kathy is doing all sorts of critiquing. She is critiquing the design setup. What is this here? What is that there? And Sutton seems to not really appreciate it or want her advice or critiques. And you know what? It's Kathy Hilton. She's going to give it to you whether you want it or not. And you know what? I am loving Kathy. I like Kathy more than Kyle. I'm just saying. Back at Sutton's house, okay, she pays $20,000 a month. It looks extremely beautiful. Honey, listen, those roses did not come from Flowerama. Those were quality roses, okay? You can get roses at Flowerama for $14.99. They don't sponsor me. I mean, I can't afford those roses that Ramona and Sutton purchased. Anyway, the house looked gorgeous. Everything looked classy. It looked very bridal. I was excited. It was very nice. Would I have paid $35,000 if I had it? No, ma'am. $150 tops for a nice little lunch at my house. I mean, seriously, get out of here. Kyle stops by Crystal's to pick her up to go over to Sutton's party. And Crystal's having a full-fledged conversation with Kyle, and Kyle cannot pay attention because she's too busy looking at Crystal's purse on the table. So every time they flash from Kyle's face to Crystal's purse, I'm looking at this purse and I said, why does this purse look like it has a building on the side of it? These look like windows. What's so special about this purse? And then they flash that it's an Hermes bag for $95,000. I said, 95,000? 95,000? 95,000. No, ma'am. Oh my God. And then when Kyle picked it up, it was a tatty purse. I said, my last purse was $50. I mean, what is going on? I'm poor. What is happening here? This was just crazy to me. But, you know, my husband didn't direct The Lion King. What am I talking about? I don't even have a husband. I'm just saying. Oh my God, that's extravagant living. Now, when Crystal and Kyle get to Sutton's house, Kyle says, well, this is my house, but I don't know if I should ring the doorbell or just walk in. They stand out there for a few minutes going back and forth about ringing the doorbell, knocking, walking in. And finally, Sutton, I just opened up the door and let him in. Ladies, stop being dumb, okay? Ring the daggone doorbell. Be respectful. If nobody comes after you've rang the doorbell once or twice, don't get crazy and ring it 3 or 4 times. I hate when people do that. If no one comes after the first and second ring, just go ahead and open the door. Scream through, hey, hello, it's us. Something. Just sitting around acting crazy. I can't stand it. Next thing you know, Kyle and Renna are wearing the same outfit. Yes, I'm
Garcelle, look.
Are you guys playing?
We're not.
Not only did we steal each other's look, but Sutton stole my goddamn house.
She stole your house. You stole her outfit. Is this for real? Hi.
I'm with Garcelle. Is this a setup? Is this a joke? I personally think that they planned that, but that's just my opinion. Well, you know, they sat around and they talked a little bit and they made some comments and
I felt like she admired him. I felt like she was proud of him. I felt like she had a good life with him. I thought she was in it for the long haul.
Erika's one of those.
the long haul situation. You know, people usually are in it for the long haul, but you know, when the alphabet people like the FBI get involved, you kind of give up the long haul. You know, it's every man, every woman for himself. You gotta hire an attorney and do what you can, okay? Look for an immunity deal. That's all I'm saying. But I don't know the real truth, so this is all alleged.
Shouldn't she wait?
For what? For what?
I know what you're thinking. I literally know what you're thinking.
Can you guys fill us in for those who don't know? What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I just feel like they've been married that long. Like,
Oh, wait.
But as Harry Hamlin says,
Stop it, Garcelle.
Listen, that was rude. That was extremely rude. Okay? I'm like Sutton. People live to their hundreds now. But I don't understand how Kyle didn't get it. Girl. Anyway, that was rude. I look forward to seeing what Erika's gonna say. The way the show ended when she walked in that door, her face looked like, I'm here, bitch. I mean, that's what she was given. Sorry for the curse. But that's exactly what her face was given. Anyway. Until next time. Bye.